What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the LAS Philly Sports Podcast. I'm Laith Sinclair. I want to talk about the Eagles a little bit. It's been a while, and they've played a few games since I last talked about them. And obviously that Bucks game before the bye week was awful, just everything about that. The Bucks always seem to have our number. But luckily we had a bye week after that, and then since then we've won 2 straight games against the Browns and the Giants. Obviously those teams are no Super Bowl contenders, and they should be beatable. But I did see some things that were very encouraging, especially from this defense. I mean, it's been so long since I've done a podcast on the Eagles that we had a Bryce Huff sack. I mean, heck, if Bryce Huff is getting sacks, then we're on the right track. But no, all kidding aside, the Eagles' defense has been amazing. They got to Daniel Jones like 8 times, and everybody's contributing. Bryce Huff, Nakobe Dean. It's nice to see Nakobe Dean maybe he will start to pick things up. Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter. It's nice to see those Georgia guys getting after the quarterback. That's what we brought him in for, and that's why we've been so excited at the fact that we've acquired so many Georgia Bulldogs. And hopefully they can continue to contribute. Offensively, first of all, thank God for Saquon Barkley, right? Thank God for Saquon Barkley. I was so hoping. I thought in typical Eagles luck, the Giants might shut him down. I'm just being honest. But man, was I happily wrong. He went off. I think it was 17 carries, 176 yards, and a touchdown. And could have had at least 2 touchdowns, but we did a couple. I think we had a tush push on an opportunity where he could have had a touchdown. But nevertheless, Saquon Barkley is awesome. He had a 55-yard run. He had a couple 40-yard runs, I think, as well. And it's just been so awesome seeing Saquon Barkley, and it was so awesome. It's been so awesome seeing him as an Eagle, and especially it was awesome to see him show out the way he did against those Giants, who, if you've seen the clip of Hard Knocks, they specifically didn't want him to go to the Eagles, and I think that's hysterical. I laugh at that every time I see that, and it just makes me happy that we can piss off the Giants in addition to making our team better. Jalen Hurts, there was a bit of good and bad. But first of all, let's give him some credit. He's been having turnover issues, and on Sunday against the Giants, he didn't have a single turnover. Actually, I don't think he had a turnover against the Browns, did he? Pretty sure he didn't have the turnover there either. But yeah, seeing him take care of the ball is what we've been asking for a while now. He's been having a long streak of just awful turnovers in several games, and it's good to see him get back on track. Now, that being said, it was the Giants and it was the Browns. Not exactly tough competition. It's an NFL team, and every win matters. But there are things to clean up, and particularly still with Jalen Hurts, I would say there are things to clean up. When you look at his throws, his opportunities to make plays with his arm, he's missing some opportunities. Like, take the Giants, for example, that game. There was a 3rd down play where he had a wide open Devontae Smith, and he just missed him. And I think he had another guy open too on that particular play. Luckily, on that 4th down, he found an open A.J. Brown. But if you're going to hit those deep balls, you got to be able to hit the short ones too. Every first down matters. And luckily we were able to get a touchdown on that next play. But we need to be able to get those first downs in case we can't find A.J. Brown, in case he's injured again, If he's injured, what are we going to do on that 4th down? So he needs to be more mindful of open receivers. He needs to see the field better. And anyways, next week we have what will be a much tougher game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And despite their record, I believe they are a good team and they will pose a challenge, particularly for our defense. They got offensive weapons like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and they can score. They can score in bunches at any given game, and we need to be mindful of that. That being said, their defense, on the other hand, I think we can put some points on them. They've they've struggled defensively this year severely, and I think that's a big reason why their record is what it is. But we haven't won in Cincinnati since 2008. So much like we broke a long losing streak in New Orleans, we got to try and break a long losing streak in Cincinnati. I think we can get it done. I believe we have a good team. I believe we are getting on the right track, but we just have to keep focused, keep getting better. Jalen needs to keep making those throws. The defense needs to keep getting after the quarterback. The running game needs to be a big part of the offense, just like it was against the Giants. It needs to be a big part of the offense going forward in the Cincinnati game and in every game going forward. Anyways, that's my take on the Eagles so far, and hopefully they will continue to build on this 2-game winning streak. All right, have a great night, everybody.